Hey, this is Crystal Miller with another Tip Tuesday for you. Today I wanted to talk to you real quickly about flood insurance and why it's such a big deal. We've had this conversation around our area in central Kansas and South Hutch in particular, as FEMA's redrawn some of their maps lately and kind of put it to where people are in a position where they have to carry flood insurance, whereas previously they may not have. So the reason that this, or one reason that this is such a big deal amongst lending and real estate conversations in general, is that the theory is 1 inch of standing water in a home can cause up to $20,000 or more very easily in damage. So obviously it's just another form of insurance that everybody wants to make sure that you're prepared for should you have a water issue. And water issues are one of the most common issues that come along when it comes to owning real estate. So that's just one nugget as to information as far as why flood insurance is a big deal and necessary. There's also lots of circumstances where people want to argue whether or not the house should be in the flood zone. That's really, really common, and there's a process to help have your home evaluated and possibly removed from the flood map, and that's really what I wanted to talk to you today about. You can request or have a survey company come out, and you can get what is called a certificate of elevation, or an elevation certificate. Basically, they'll come out and verify that your house is or isn't in the flood zone, and even if it is, they can kind of prove or verify that it's in the very, very low danger zone within that flood area, which could help possibly reduce your rate when it comes to your flood insurance premium. So that's one thing that I want you to remember or be aware of is your elevation certificate. You can take that elevation certificate and you can take it to the next level. There's a process that everyone calls the LOMA process. And what that is basically it's a letter of map amendment. And the letter of map amendment goes into FEMA and requests that the house get removed or adjusted within that flood map. And so it's a process. It takes a little bit of time, and there's definitely a formal way to go from point A to point B on doing this. But the LOMA letter and the elevation certificate are two things that you want to have familiar in your vocabulary if this is something you want to pursue to see about having your house removed. It can be a little bit of a hassle, but if it's something that you feel like your house really is borderline and could be removed, it's well worth the time to look into whether or not that's a good fit for what your real estate has going on. So realtors are also very well versed on this. It's something they come across frequently. They're going to know all about it too, but just flood insurance kind of comes and goes conversation wise. And if it's something that you've come across in a home that you like and you want to buy, or maybe you're a homeowner who recently had it put into the flood zone and you're not sure how that's going to affect things. So I'm more than happy to help you with a little more information. There's a link at the bottom here to help you out too. You can do a little bit of searching online and a little bit of reading up on some FEMA stuff. That's super exciting. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to holler, and otherwise, have a great week.